everybody. For those of you that care, I apologize for taking so long to post this. My dad kind of had the week off last week until like Tuesday, and he kind of was home for the whole time. Yeah, so I had no opportunity to film at all. It was actually kind of nice though, having him around. We got to go places, but I'll leave that for what's coming up next because I got questions to answer. Let's get to it. What are you going to do over winter break? Well, it's almost over, but I could tell you what I did do, which was a lot of video games, a lot of movies, trying to find a job for next quarter, and we went to LA for a day, which was fun. I didn't just sit around here with my dad. We did stuff, Beverly Hills, and rich people stuff. Yeah, because we're not rich. I think your sister is 100 septillion times better than you. How do you feel about that? I think I'll let my brain answer that one. While I applaud your use of such a large and obscure number such as 100 quintillion, as they say in my country, I can only laugh and ridicule you for that horrendous comma splice you used in that sentence. Next! Thank you, Brain. And yes, as the asker mentioned, I did do a little bit of a Lizzie Bennettism, didn't I? That was... What are you gonna get your little sister for Christmas? I think I'll let you answer that, dear asker. Going over to the asker, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Punya. What did I get you for Christmas? Don't worry, it's pointed at me, the camera.
Oh, it isn't?
It is. Seriously, look. It's pointed at me. Do you want to see?
Okay.
You see that? Okay, cool.
Taylor Swift Red album. I loved it so much.
That'll suffice. Thank you. Next question. How do you feel about the fact that your little sister is amazingly awesome and you not as much? JK, maybe. Heh. Well, it makes you sound like you're copying Lydia Bennett, which makes me feel like I'm in some kind of top-notch YouTube web series based off of Pride and Prejudice. I'm not a sponsor, I'm just a fan. Are there different types of Hindu? You're Hindu, right? If so, what type is your family? Those are a few questions requiring a few kind of complicated answers. I'll do my best to answer them and point out things that probably need to be pointed out. Number 1. I think in your first question you might have meant, are there different types of Hinduism? You might already know this, but Hinduism is the religion. Hindu is can be used as a noun, meaning one follower of Hinduism, or it can be used as an adjective, as in Hindu philosophies and Hindu traditions. Hindi, by the way, is a language that is spoken widely in India and is the official language of that country. Hindustan is a name for India, which can be translated to land of the Hindus. Hindustani is the adjective, like with Hindustani classical music, which I was trained in, but which is more accurately called North Indian classical music, generally, but I have clearly digressed. Moving on. Number 2. Like with most religions, Hinduism does have a bunch of different practices and beliefs, so yeah, there are different types. It's this idea that kind of proclaims all paths inside and outside Hinduism to be legitimate ways towards the supreme consciousness, popularly known as God, or towards liberation, depending on your beliefs and stuff like that. I think this is why many Hindus I know, including my family, go to a variety of different services and temples and such. The other reason for my family doing that is because half of us are like musicians and are called to like perform at those services, but I'm digressing again. I'll have to explain more in a future video because this is a really broad subject and I can't quite do it justice at this moment. So in a word, yes. Ish. Number 3. My family is just kind of generally Hindu. We're all just kind of spiritual in Hindu ways, whichever way suits each of us the best, really. In a phrase, we're all collectively a bit of everything. In a word, I personally am what some people may call confused. However, do know that I quite like my confusion. I'm pretty sure it falls under the scope of Hinduism. I don't think I can rationally ascribe to anything else at the moment, so I'm pretty happy where I am, even though I'm a bit of a skeptic. It's okay. Does that leave me in a life full of questioning and self-doubt? Yeah, but I'm pretty happy with that, and I'd prefer that over anything else, if that leaves me rational and clear-minded. Skepticism added to spirituality put together, I think, is kind of awesome. Can you do your best Indian accent? I'm hoping for something authentic. Well, accents vary by class, region. What I'm doing right now is, I would say, is typical to upper class, mostly northern, middle-aged people. Favorite food? Favorite Indian food? I don't really have favorites because I like just so many things, it's hard to pick, but I'd say since November it's been chocolate chip cookies. I just can't get enough of them. I gained 2 pounds in college. I went from 116 to 118 around there, yeah, because it fluctuates, I don't know. I guess my favorite part of an Indian meal would be like bori, which is, it's kind of like naan except it's cooked on a skillet on top of a stove instead of like in an oven like with naan. And my family makes the best ever. And it's so good, I could eat it all day, and I wouldn't even give a crap if I got constipated. And that's all the questions I was asked. Thank you for submitting your questions, Punya and Josh. That was pretty thorough, I think, my answers and stuff like that. I'll be going back to college on Saturday, yay! And I'll make more videos there, so that's gonna be fun! Yeah. Until next time, everybody.